Good evening, Real with Robo. I have just saw the most, just, I am so done right now with all the racism and hate and the riots and everything. Where is our police at? Where are you, Portland police? This man, he was driving down a street with a female in his car, whether it was his girlfriend, wife, who knows. They got dragged out of their truck and beat up. And one of them, the man went to the hospital with an injury because a dude, a mixed black man, came up behind him and kicked him square off in the head. Now, why y'all laughing about that? That could cause serious brain injury.
Especially in the back of the head.
Okay, and here's my thing. When white people start carrying guns and they start shooting your BLM asses, what's going to happen then? Oh, the white people shot him because he wasn't doing anything. When white people start running your BLM asses over, what's going to happen then? This man was doing nothing except for driving down the street, trying to get to where he was going. They pulled him out his car, went through his stuff, probably stole his stuff, and everything like that. And you're calling yourselves protesters? No, you're common thugs. You're common thugs. And Mike Schmidt, the prosecutor in Portland, refuses to charge these common thugs.
Chicken shit.
Because he says their instinct is to throw stuff back at police. Well, you know what? When the police start throwing bullets at their ass, what's going to happen, Mike Schmidt?
Hey, wait, isn't that racist in itself? Because isn't that saying that they have the gang mentality? I thought they prosecuted, or not prosecuted,
no,
but
he's talking about the instinct in a person is to fight back when they see something. He's a goddamn prosecutor. He ain't no goddamn shrink. Mike Schmidt, I'm just a person, and you're the DA. You're big, bad, and ugly on the law and order thing, and I'm just a little tiny person. But riddle me this, Batman. People like me, the little people, not the mob that you're trying to suck up to, we're the ones that are going to vote you out. Okay? That man who was driving in that car and got snatched up out his car, and the other people that have dealt with that before, and the families of that person, and you refuse to prosecute these people, are going to be the ones voting you out. Because, DA, you're in there at the leisure of we the people. And we the people do not like these protests, do not like these riots, because they're not protests, they're not mostly peaceful, they're not anything like that. They're not going by instinct, they're going by thug mentality. And because they know that they could get away with it because Portland has a pussy-ass mayor and a pussy-ass governor and a punk-ass DA. But you ain't going to worry about that. You ain't going to charge these people up until the point where they pull your snazzy ass up out of your bands, huh? When they pull your ass up out of there and kick you in the back of the head and make your head ricochet off the ground and give you brain damage and brain swelling and all that other shit that man probably has, because I guarantee you that's probably what he's suffering from. They said he was taken to the hospital in serious condition. And that guy that did it, you a punk. You a punk. There. White person said it. Share this video with that dude. You a punk. Come at me. Come at me. Because I have mixed children too. And you know what? Just because you need to overcompensate and say that you're black when really you're black and white, and you seem to be too light-skinned, and so now you're trying to overcompensate and fit in somewhere? Well, you did fit in somewhere with the common criminals. That's where you fit in. Violent, malfeasant, disgusting, jerk-off criminals. And I hope the next person that gets drug out their car or gets stopped like that uses your face as speed bumps. And this is where it's going, BLM. If you don't know, and supporters of BLM and BLM security, you keep on fucking with white folk, we gonna start fucking with you back. And you do not want to play that. We are done tired of your bullshit. Leave us the fuck alone. Okay? None of you were slaves. None of you are oppressed by anything but your own goddamn stupidity and your laziness. No one wakes up thinking about black people in the morning. However, when I see a headline on one of my favorite YouTubers that says BLM security, first thing I think is, okay, what kind of stupid shit am I going to hear from here? What kind of stupid shit is they doing now? And you know what? I hope that dude gets arrested. Because one of these days, if he doesn't get arrested and charged with attempt murder, what's going to happen is one of these days, he's going to attack the wrong white person. And that wrong white person is going to pull out their pistol and end his miserable fucking life. And that's what you guys are cooking up to. I'm just letting you know. I'm letting you know what's coming. Because I've seen this way too many times. And you think that white people are these punks out there that we're just going to be like, oh, you know, do. Okay, I'm sorry, okay. No, that's the other ones. That's the other ones. The ones that kiss your ass. People like me, you tell me to kneel in front of you, I might just have to cut your dick off. With my nail. There's a reason why they say white people is crazy. Because most of us are certified. I am sick and tired of this hatefulness. I'm sick and tired of this racism. If you have nothing but racism on your mind, on your brain, and you have nothing but to go, oh my God, you know, white people are in the wrong. Oh my God, you know, white people do this, white people do that, white people do this. Yeah, well, at least we're not out there trying to kill a motherfucker just because he's driving down the street and he's white. Guaranteed from the look of that man wasn't nothing but 20, maybe 30 years old. Maybe 30 years old. He wasn't back alive back in the day of slavery. He don't owe you shit. I don't owe you shit. No one owes you shit. You get all these kind of leg ups, handouts, and everything else in America, and you're talking about, oh, reparations. We want more money. Have you heard of a job? Why don't you get one of those? Instead of being the DNC's lapdog. I have had all I could take of BLM. So now I'm going to get mean. Number one, BLM, you talk about, oh, you know, they owe us reparations for slave days, their racisms and all that other stuff. Why don't you tell your white masters that? Huh? Because the DNC is your master. Whenever they're having a problem and they need help with their election, they send you out. You're nothing but a fucking lapdog. And you put yourself into that predicament because you think you're going to have a say in the government. Well, guess what? You're so much of an idiot, you actually think they're going to let you have a say? No, you're just a means to an end. Who's the retard now, dummy? Pulling people out of their cars. I encourage all of Portland, all of the places that this is happening, I encourage all white people to start carrying. I encourage you to carry. Because you know what? The cops ain't out there helping nobody. They too busy trying to kiss the boots of the mayor and the governor. Fucking too much shit is going on in the capital city where they can't help us regular citizens. So now we're going to have to use our Second Amendment. Am I encouraging violence? No, I'm not. I'm encouraging protecting yourself. I suggest good black people also carry. Because I've seen some of the stupid ass white people at the BLM protests and they harass black people just like they harass white people. I suggest you carry as well. Because it seemed like the police up in Portland and other places like that ain't got no damn time for us citizens. Too busy running here, there, and everywhere because of the retarded mayor not wanting the government to be up in their cities and in their state. And so now it's all on the police. And the police are spread thin because of that defund police. Portland, after this incident, I'm going to laugh my balls off. My inverted balls off. I am going to laugh my inverted balls off when Trump declares martial law in your state. And he declares it an emergency. And he sends the federal troops in and the National Guard. Because your mayor and your governor are inept. They should get charged with malfeasance of office. Malfeasance of office. And you guys should be charged with attempt murder. That's all I gotta say about that. I'm livid right now. I'm livid right now. You gonna take a man up out his car and kick him in the back of the head to where his head ricochet and then say, get your white ass up? Excuse me. That man may be suffering a brain injury. The only reason why you're saying get your white ass up is because you're praying to God that that man don't die. And you talking about somebody doing that shit to George Floyd and saying he was faking that he couldn't breathe. Y'all BLM people are pathetic. And if you support BLM, get off my channel. And if you support what's going on in Portland or the white people, get the hell off my channel. I'm done with this racist bullshit. I'm done. This man probably has swelling of the brain. He probably has a lot of hemorrhages in his head because of you guys in Portland. Allowing this to happen. And you know what? I am this far from not giving a fuck if Portland burns. I'm trying not to get to that point where I don't care. Because you good citizens and you people that care about your communities. Look at what they did to one of the members of your community, and you holler, you're not racist. We're not racist here. We're not racist here. Then why didn't you help that man? Because he was white. I'm going to tell you like this, black or white, if that shit happens in my city, I guarantee you one thing. I guarantee you one thing. You go to kick anybody in the back of the head like a fucking coward, and I will rip your fucking dick off and beat you with it. I promise you that. I'm sick to damn death of this racism. I'm done with it. I ain't trying to say that I'm down for the white people or the black people. I'm trying to say that I'm down for all people. And if you're trying to say that you down for all people, then why the fuck you not doing nothing for that innocent white man and that innocent white woman? And for the broad that jump on that innocent white woman back, you about a coward too. Why don't you take on a woman face to face, coward? You a coward. You have to attack people from the back. That's all you BLM people are. And all you supporters of BLM people are is a bunch of cowards. You can't take white people on from the front, face to face, one-on-one, because there's one thing you're afraid of. If you get to try and assaulting one of us, we might be carrying. And that might be the end of your life. I'm sick and tired of this. I don't care if you're white or black and you support BLM, get the hell away from me. Do not come on my YouTube. I do not need your support. And I do not want your support. And all you got to do is Google or go to Andy Neal's Twitter page to watch the video of where this dude, he kicked this white man who's sitting on the ground in the back of the head, well, in the side of the head, and make his head ricochet off the concrete. Then they tell him later, get your white ass up. This man probably has so many damn brain injuries. And what I find is funny is that when George Floyd was laying on the ground and the police were telling him, stop faking, if you could yell, you could breathe. And he went unconscious and he died. Y'all threw riots about him for the past 80 days. He was a criminal. This man was innocent. But because he's white, it's okay to treat people like this. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. And by the way, if you get mad about that George Floyd thing, I don't give a fuck. I do not give a fuck. Put it down in the comments how mad you are about it. You're just mean. You're all this. Well, I guess George Floyd ain't gonna be going for the motherfucking gun again. He ain't gonna resist police arrest again, is he? Now what? Now. I guess Rayshard Brooks ain't gonna go for somebody taser again and try and shoot him in the head, is he? Ha ha. Now. You want to laugh and joke about death? Let's laugh and joke about death. I'm sick to damn death of this. An innocent white man probably got brain damage now because of y'all racism and hate. And all the black people out there that say, we're not racist, we love white people too. Really? You not racist, then why you ain't standing up for us? Because my black neighbor stands up for us. We get called a cracker and he was like, hey, don't call him that. They deserve respect just like anyone else around here. And that's why if anybody fucks with my neighbor, they gonna open a whole big bag of crazy. That's real. But now look at this. And people wonder why white people avoid black people these days. And it's hard for me to say, but it's going to be a hardcore time for white people not to hate black people after this. But then again, you fuckers brought it upon yourself. Again. Your problem and your problems and your sociological problems are self-inflicted. You fuck up white people and expect white people to say, oh, you know, there's some black people that like us, but no black people will stand up for us when it comes to other black people because you guys got that, like, what do they call it? Tribe mentality, tribal mentality, where if a black person is getting on a white person's head, then all of you have to agree with that black person. And that's what I'm asking. If y'all black people ain't racist, then why the fuck aren't you livid about this? That's right, because it's okay to hurt white people. It's okay to dog white people. It's okay to assault white people. It's okay to do anything you want to white people. And you know what? Then you wonder why white people hate you. And that's real with Robo.